Hello there, welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching. Three news stories. Firstly, good news for the Ethiopian government. Welcome news, I would say. Government is in need of hard cash. Foreign exchange reserves dwindling fast. Birr losing value. It seems that in coming hours there could be announcement of a grant for Ethiopia worth more than 600 million euros. Secondly, Oromia Amhara border. Two news stories from the border. Firstly, again we are receiving reports of extensive, rigorous checkings on Oromia Amhara border, checkings of those who want to enter Oromia from Amhara. Secondly, North Shore zone of the Oromia region. We know that Fano fighters have carried out some attacks in North Shore zone of the Oromia region. In border areas, they entered. A colonel, an Ethiopian army colonel, was abducted by Fano fighters from North Shore zone of Oromia. Now, a new story from North Shore zone of Oromia. It's not about Fano's entry there, but entry of some other groups in North Shore zone of the Oromia region. Let's start with a new story about Ethiopian economy. Troubled economy, though it is said that Ethiopian GDP is going to rise and growth rate of Ethiopian GDP is going to be greater than other countries in the region in coming years. But we are seeing that value of birr is declining. Value of birr in open market and black market, big difference. Why? Because Ethiopia is in need of hard cash. Foreign exchange reserves dwindling fast, remittance coming, but no considerable increase. Direct foreign investment obviously takes time to mature, and no direct grant, no direct loan for Ethiopian government. Though government has been in talks with IMF, World Bank. After Pretoria, it was announced that Ethiopian government could receive big financial aid in the form of bailout package from IMF, World Bank. It has not happened so far. Talks underway only. Only China has given a relief to Ethiopian government that this year's loan payment has been deferred by China. So Ethiopia will pay it next year. This is the only relief which Ethiopia has got so far. No bailout package from IMF, World Bank so far. No loan payment rescheduling as well from West and US. So in this time of crisis, a good news for the government that the EU is going to announce financial aid for Ethiopia. Not a loan, grant. Means Ethiopia won't return it. It's a grant. In coming hours, a top EU diplomat is going to arrive in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. She'll hold meetings with the Prime Minister, PM Abiy, with Ahmed Shide, Finance Minister. She's going to announce a grant for Ethiopia. 39 billion birr grant. 650 million euro grant for Ethiopia. Obviously, Ethiopia won't receive the grant at once, but grant will be given in parts in the next 3 years, starting from 2024. But good news in terms of the shortage of hard cash, that from next year, Ethiopia will start receiving this hard cash from the EU. Though EU has not restored direct financial aid for Ethiopia so far. When Tigray war broke out, EU suspended direct budgetary aid for Ethiopia. It has not been resumed so far. EU wants action from Ethiopia regarding transitional justice, accountability, return of IDPs, withdrawal of Eritrean military, all these issues pending. So no direct budgetary aid for Ethiopia. But this 650 million euro grant is also going to help Ethiopian economy a lot starting from next year. But having said that, no bailout package for Ethiopia so far. And now when Ethiopia has joined BRICS, maybe a bailout package is not very likely, or conditions could be hard for Ethiopia to meet. How will Ethiopia survive? While we're seeing that Amhara diaspora is also busy trying to restrict flow of remittance to Ethiopia, opposing direct investment by diaspora in Ethiopia. So, and no big announcement about any investment by a country in Ethiopia recently, big investment. So how will Ethiopia survive? How will this gap between BR's open market, black market price narrow down? That we'll see. So far, Ethiopia is surviving, Ethiopian economy is surviving, and it's surviving because of obviously indigenous resources, not because of any external help. External help is limited. Maybe this is the time for Ethiopia to work towards self-sufficiency, but Ethiopia is more eager to get some sort of bailout package to ensure that its economy remains above water. Secondly, viewers, Oromia-Amhara border, for years, Amhara people who travel to Addis Ababa through Oromia, they've been complaining that they are stopped on Amhara-Oromia border. They are checked, thoroughly checked. Sometimes it denied entry to Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Again, we're seeing similar allegations that in Oromia, in Shino, which is on Oromia-Amhara border, people entering Shino from North Shore zone of the Amhara region, from Debre Birhan side, they're being stopped, checked. Sometimes they are being told to return. Now, Oromia government, Oromia forces say that they want to stop infiltration of anti-peace elements into Addis Ababa, anti-peace elements into Oromia. They say Fano fighters trying to infiltrate Oromia, infiltrate Shaggar, infiltrate Addis Ababa. So that is why they say they want to check each and everyone who wants to travel to Addis Ababa. And you cannot reach Addis Ababa without moving through Oromia. So Oromia is between Addis Ababa and Amhara. Checkings being conducted in Shino by Oromia police, not Ethiopian National Defense Force. Amharas complaining, pictures, videos are emerging. I have done several videos on this issue in the last 2 years. Amharas complaining for years. This is one of their major complaints. They say that Amharas living in Valaga are being pushed towards Amhara region, and Amharas in Amhara region, they're being denied entry into Addis Ababa by Oromia forces. Issue not resolved. Resolution is simple. Oromia forces should be replaced by Ethiopian National Defense Force. ENDF should be deployed at these checkpoints. It should decide who to allow to move towards Addis Ababa and who to deny. But these checkpoints are under the administration of Oromia government, Oromia security forces. Thirdly, viewers, North Shore zone of the Oromia region, Fano fighters have been trying to infiltrate North Shore. Amharas live in large number in border areas. Fano fighters carried some attacks in North Shore, Oromia. And before Fano's entry in North Shore, Ola has been carrying out attacks in North Shore, Oromia. In Dera, close to Dera, Varda, there has been Ola's presence. And now it is being reported that, it is being alleged rather that Ola fighters, Oromo Liberation Army fighters have carried out an attack in Dera, Varda of North Shore zone of the Oromia region. Amharas were targeted, their houses were set on fire. It is being reported by Amhara news sources. And Ola always denies attacks in North Shore, Oromia against Amharas in Dera. But Dera has been very destabilized, Wareda. Large Amhara population here, Oromos live here too. And Ola fighters back Oromia forces, Oromia people here. Fano fighters back Amharas here. There are locally organized Amhara armed elements too. Oromia forces want to disarm local armed Amhara people. Fano trying to organize local Fanos in Oromia. Several issues here. Some houses have been set on fire and several Amhara people have been kidnapped. Fingers being pointed towards the Oromo Liberation Army. Ola these days is trying to expand, recruitment underway. Ola trying to move from Valaga towards Center Oromia, Eastern Oromia. Ola is not part of the fight between Ethiopian military and Fano. But this operation, military operation in Amhara against Fano has given a respite to Ola. Ola is in a position to grow into a bigger, stronger group. And that is what Komsa Dereba Jalmaro is doing silently, secretly. Recruiting, training fighters. And he was heard saying a few days ago that there is a surprise in store for those who say that Oromo Liberation Army is no more of any significance. He said surprise in store. So he is preparing to give a surprise to those who say that Ola is finished. No one is finished, by the way, viewers. Ola is not finished. Fano is not finished. TDF is not finished. All are here. They can only be finished through mutual discussions, dialogue, reconciliation, agreement, implementation. That is the way forward. Otherwise, you'll keep on seeing these conflicts. Thank you for watching.